Hello, 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 hello. Testing, testing, testing. I just came on a little bit early. I seen some things. I'll do blood on the I don't know what is going on, but I,
Okay. I apologize for the technical difficulty. Had a yeah. Anyway, the boy out here go on nightcap with friends, man. Apologize smoking politics in this. Tonight we have an interview with a person that, that those that, are subscribed to my channel and know what my channel is about, you know what I push out here. So obviously, I'm gonna interview someone that is, changing that, not becoming a statistic. And, you know, uh, this person that I'm going to interview tonight is definitely what this channel is all about. So um, it'll be on in a few minutes, 10 p.m. this time. I just jumped on there earlier. Like I said, I was having some technical difficulties, so I had to switch to the phone instead of this. I got to figure this one out. But I think I'm just gonna, this is the last time I'm gonna be using StreamYard. So yeah, man, you know. As you guys can tell, my StreamYard setup is I pay for the highest plan on there, so I can get all the perks. You know what I mean? Because presentation is everything. So I feel like my subscribers and even my non-subscribers deserve to watch something that looks like this. You know, the presentation of it, and I feel like StreamYard should do a lot better, man. They sit there and advertise and promote how sturdy and everything their connection is, and you know my internet connection is top tier, and the desktop is I have it up there, you know, uh, as well as the webcam. So I don't know what the hell is going on, but I can go just fine. I'm here, and here we go.
My brother,
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
good man. Good to see you. How you been?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. All right, people. Like I said, I'm in Joe Bonnie, man. This is NightCap with friends, powered by Smoking Politics with me. Um, what's up with you, man? How you feeling?
Good man. What's going on, guys? What's going on?
All right.
Having me.
So, nah, no doubt. Thank you for coming on, man. So, first things first, man. Like I told you before when we spoke, you know, briefly off camera, and then we did something a little bit on camera as well, which we're gonna finish that. We're gonna finish that little face to face as well. But I just want to again to give you your flowers, bro. And saying I'm proud of you and good job, bro, because like you could have easily been still doing the same old shit. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that,
You
man.
feel me? You could have been and using that as a crutch, like, well, I'm institutionalized. You know how many people out there use that shit as a crutch to justify their effort. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say congratulations and I'm proud of you and keep going, bro.
Appreciate
No doubt, no doubt. So first thing first, man, let my subscribers know, like, tell us your story, bro. Like, who are you?
Yeah, man. I try to think of myself as a regular guy, but when I put everything together, I mean, I think I beat the statistic in many ways. I come from a relatively big family. Dad from Nigeria, mom from Mississippi. Third generation slave. Like my granddad had to shoot out just to get to the plantation of Rhode Island to have us here. Started off, in a shelter. After my mom, my dad split up. It was back and forth. So eventually we got our, some finances together. Put me in an area that, have a decent shot at school and certain things like that. But I was a knucklehead. I was bad as them all. But then they taught me the difference between God and right and wrong, and that was it. That's all I knew. I didn't know about finances. I didn't know about stock, and I didn't know about what most people didn't know about. So I screwed up just like a lot of people. But I knew that I was good at a lot of certain things. I just didn't know what I was good at. But I was like, I know I can communicate. I know I can make sense of things, and I know if given the opportunity, I know I can make a good decision. So I just kept making bad ones. I kept being the muscle of all licks and stains and all this stupid shit. Statute of limitations, you know what I'm saying? We could talk about this. So it's just like, I just, fortunately I got smart. I always grew up. I'm the youngest around it. I'm the youngest of six. I'm the youngest of my family. I'm the youngest of my friends. The youngest of the coworkers. So I had no choice but to look up to the people older than me. And I realized I was like, oh damn. I mean, I can have fun with my people my age, but what can I really learn from somebody the same age as me? I might as well learn something from somebody who did it before me. A wise man told me one day. He was like, "What's the difference between smart and wise?" I was like, "I don't know, and I can't tell you." He was like, "Well, let me give you an example. A smart person won't cross the street, a busy street, because, well, it's a lot of cars. It's obviously looks like it's busy. It's not a good idea. A wise person won't cross the street because he's seen so and so get hit. So he based his decision off that. So you always want to be wise. You don't have to go through things. You just pay attention to the people who went through them, or listen to their stories and base your decision off that. So it's
It's
just certain things in life.
it's you know what? Not to cut you off. It's funny you were saying that because I always say like I have my doctorate and I'm a scholar on learning from other people's mistakes.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Um, so that's funny you said that. Yeah. So go ahead, keep going.
Oh yeah, so just that was just a little bit about just kind of how I just try to make sense of things in my childhood. And obviously getting older, I screwed up. I had medical issues. I got bone cancer in my 21st birthday. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, cancer survivor. So I figured, hey, listen, you work hard until your ailments are a footnote. So it's like there's certain people you can tell what they're going through. Unfortunately, there's certain people, in life hits them hard, and
Right,
whatever they're going through, you can tell it, whether they're communicating, with their body language, their aura, their energy. But I always made it a testament. I was like, whatever I'm going through, I never want to show it unless I'm ready to tell you. So I was just like, and whatever, obviously, everybody goes through something. So I always just wanted to be the bigger, I guess, just always being the youngest. I always wanted to be like big dog. I always wanted to be big. I always wanted people to lean on me, but nobody really did because they're like, I was the youngest. I didn't really trust it. So I made
right.
it upon myself. I was like, all right, let me be a credited man. Let me go ahead and do everything I can do so somebody can give the head nod and be like, you know what? We trust him. We'll give him a chance.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of how I live life. Just try to elevate it in corporate America. I was even when I was in the streets, like I was one setting shit together. I was one doing all the crazy shit because everybody knew I had the brains to set up the operation. I'm talking to the big dogs and setting shit up because everybody else is nervous, but I know how to communicate, and I can
Right.
get two men who are at war right now and sit them at and control the room and make all leave in peace. So and I was like, you know what, I'm doing this for evil. Why don't I do this for good?
Good, right?
So that's when I changed. So I'm just grateful I had an opportunity to learn from ones before me, and I got out before. Because honestly, there's no, we know how this ends. So just
Huh,
grateful, just grateful.
yeah. That leads to my next question. Like, how did being locked up and fighting cases change your train of thought and just outlook on life? Period.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because I remember when I first I got bagged up shoplifting, and like I said, we were smart. We was the shoplifters. Like we created bags. They were called dummy bags. Like we create aluminum foil inside out. Whatever bag, it could be a Burberry bag, it could be a TJ Maxx bag. So whatever you put in this bag, it tricks the system. There could be tags on or whatever. You can walk out. It doesn't matter. So we was really racking. Like we was just doing stupid things back. So we end up, long story short, end up getting caught. I had to, sit in the hotel for a little bit. My boy's girl bailed me out, but it was on my record, like to the point where it was just like everywhere I go. And I'm like a regular, you know what I'm saying? I'm dumb in the streets, but I'm smart outside. So I was like, I tried to get a regular job and certain things, like I couldn't do it. It was so hard. So it was to the point like I had to pay my fees. I had to call the police station because my name, like you typed up my name, my mugshot was on Google. Now I'm 17. So I'm trying to work at jobs like, hey, what's going on with this? Like certain things like that. So long story short, it's like I just did a lot of work to make sure to try to clear my name. Called police departments, try to take it down, really pleaded with certain like opportunities and banks and jobs and certain things like that. And I was like, wow, this is just for shoplifting. Like, imagine like all the other things that I have to do. At certain age when we get older, when niggas try to apply for credit cards and cars and certain things like that. So I was just like, I gotta stop. So and it was there, and it was like everybody around me, everybody doing the crazy stuff, dumb shit like that. Niggas weren't really happy. Like you couldn't sit them down and have like a heart-to-heart conversation with them because they were just thinking money. They was just thinking fast life. So it's like, but if you get 3 levels deep into their life, like mom, dad, brother, where's the family life at? It's a disconnect, and then that's where it starts to make sense. So that's why that's why I push families and certain things like that. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you good. So you basically you really agree, like you are the company you keep, right? Like you're a believer in that.
Oh yeah,
Right? Yeah.
absolutely. You want to see somebody, you want to know somebody, show them your friends.
Mm.
100%. You are the company. I forgot there was a great saying. I can't even. I don't even want to attempt to say it, but yes, I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Yeah. All right. So you know, I'm real big on like talking about like mental health awareness and all that, and just shining light on mental health. What are your thoughts on mental health? And like, this is like two questions in one.
Oh,
One is what are your thoughts on mental health? And the second question is, how do you deal with when you go through your storm? Because everybody has a different storm. Like everybody has their own different way of coping with their stuff. So like, how do you deal with your stuff? And
yeah.
like, what are your thoughts on like
I'm glad you asked.
today?
Yeah, I'm absolutely. I'm glad you asked me that. So I don't want to get too personal because I mean, obviously, I don't mind, but I want to make it like more general so everybody can relate. You know what I mean? So it's just like my family obviously was extremely dysfunctional, like very, very dark past. But the only good thing my mom and dad did for me was put me into therapy as a kid. I didn't know why. I didn't like it. I'm trying to go out, play with my friends, video games, certain things like that. But I'm sitting down and I'm listening. And I'm understanding how this therapist is asking me questions and how she's expecting my mom and dad to answer because they sat in. And then they would leave, and then she'd ask me questions. She'd always ask me, "How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel?" At first, I thought it was annoying. Like, why she always ask me that? But it was real igniting. Like, that makes me feel like that, and that's the reason why. We're reactive. With every action, there's a reaction. So I think therapy is the number one thing that everybody should honestly settle down and think, and really, because we've all been through something. If we really think about it, we've all been through something in life that's not normal. And if you think about therapy this way: if you go out in public and you break your leg, you're not gonna wrap it up and be like, I'll worry about it next week. I gotta get back to work and just live your life. It's the same thing with your mental. If something happens up there and it's tweaked, you can't just go back out in the world and act like it didn't happen. You need to get some help. And how much more your mental than your physical? At least physical scars, they can go away eventually. Mental, they're there forever. So I think it's very, very important that we really like tap in because therapy is always a free session. I think a lot of people go through things that we abnormalize because of social media, and we make everything so funny, but it's really not. It's really serious because like it's all fun and games until we're 40, 45, and we're still talking about who did us dirty in the past. It's just. So I think that's very, very important, and I feel like people should especially people with kids who are in schooling, because it's free. It teaches it helps with communication. Because if people don't know how to communicate, the first thing we know to do is be angry. I was thinking about this to myself. I'm gonna bring it right back around. But when we were a kid, when we was in the womb, to the point we got delivered, we was comfortable in the womb. As soon as we got delivered, we were angry. The light, everything coming out, the delivery, we were angry. From 6 months, we're angry maybe because our toe itches or we're thirsty. We're upset. From zero to current, anger is the first emotion that we get. So it's fair to say anger is the easiest emotion that we get. So if we can just channel that, if we can learn different ways to channel our anger or use it in a way where we can just think and not be so reactive. That's where I feel like therapy will come in, because anger is a common denominator that we all have, and it's very quick. So if you're not taught and you don't learn, you got to find a way to take advantage.
Do you feel like there's enough programs out here for the youth that you know that's like you could just see their need, desperate help with their mental, with just everything.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's enough. I definitely
So
would.
you agree? I because you know a lot of people disagree with me. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, you know, let me take that back. It's half and half. Some, you know, it depends. Depending where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Um, when I was in New York, for instance, some people would say there's plenty of resources for the youth. Some people I interview, I asked the question, they said there's not enough. So we're not in New York, we're in Rhode Island. Do you feel like there's a, you know what I mean? And that comes to my other question too. And this other question, you do not have to answer, but I like to get everybody's perspective on this.
I'm answering that.
But let's attack this one first.
Okay.
So my question is for you, bro. Do you feel like there's enough programs out here for the youth to help them with their mental situations, their mental problems, and just resources for them, period? Or you think they need more?
Yes, I think absolutely need more. Absolutely. In all facets, not just mental. Housing, stability, big brother, big sister programs, if possible, volunteers, guidance. I feel like every kid needs a guidance, either a life coach, maybe I don't know, I'm not gonna say a stylist, but just like a guidance counselor and like a therapist. Just from the age of, like, as soon as they turn double digits to teenage, because there's one thing that they did give us in school: you always had a guidance counselor, and you always had an opportunity at a coach, from elementary, middle, high school, even college if you wanted to. But as soon as you leave these academics and these secular places, you are on your own. You with the big dogs. You in the real world with us.
And that's funny you said that, not to cut you off. But like I said, I say this a lot when I'm preaching to the youth, right? You have from 16 to 24. After 24, you got to figure it out on your own. It's a wreck. The resources is over with. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah, and I feel like as a man, it's not told enough. I feel like, I mean, my brother, rest his soul, like he told me he told me the truth. He was like, man, like you everything you want to do is just like every other 17-year-old right now. What are you doing differently? He told me that he told me that earlier, but he told me at 17. He's like, all you do, your head's down, just like everybody else. Because that's when, like, cell phones came out. I'm just swiping. He's like, look up. Life happens up there. Life happens outside.
Right.
So I'm understanding. I'm like, yeah, it's just people don't understand how important life is until, like, life happens. So,
Now,
oh, I'm sorry. Did I answer your question, bro? I apologize. I don't think I answered it. No. Ask me again. I'm gonna answer directly. I apologize.
about the programs, yeah. So you
Yes.
said,
Yeah. I
go
don't
ahead.
think. Yeah. I don't.
No, you was answering it, but we went off.
Okay.
But
Sorry.
go ahead, go back. I
Yeah.
was
Yeah. To finish that up, I don't think there's enough programs for anything overall, as far as guidance counselors, as far as, like, coaches, as far as male coaches, Black, Hispanic, any other race. Because, like, think about, if a man's not in a little boy's house, in a boy's house, because, men, we have to build. We got to create shit
mhm,
for the world to run, and women help us as well.
exactly.
And so it's just like, well, that's our role as a leader. And we all want to be leaders because we all want to be respected as a leader.
Mhm.
So we got a job to do. But the
But we
first,
gotta earn. We have to earn that. Right?
yeah, you
Got to
you
put in that legwork.
you either learn or you earn it. You either learn it or you earn it. So it's just like, and for some boys, like, some boys don't have a father figure, and the first time
Mhm,
a male in authority is in school,
right,
coach,
right,
fit, guidance counselor, health counselor.
right.
You know? So it's like that means something. That's got to mean something throughout the time. They got to see how important that is, because after that, that's it. That's it. You're a man now, and the world's gonna treat you like one.
Right.
And from the age of, like, 18 to maybe 45, 50. You're over here, you're building your worth. But from 18 to 30, I mean 18 to maybe 35, 40, you gotta eat shit. And by eat shit, I mean you gotta work,
Mm-hmm.
create your worth. So you can, you do what you are, you do what you're good at, so you can do what you want later.
Right.
There's not enough, and hopefully in Rhode Island, I don't know if we're gonna use the money in the right way, but it's just like raising awareness,
Yeah.
so that we can get the word out there and more programs and
You
fun.
think it'll ever get? You think it'll ever get better for the youth out here?
Say it again.
You think it will ever get better for the youth out here? Like, would they ever bless them with programs that they need, or you know, the
You know,
public schools make hire teachers that actually care? You know what I'm saying?
mm, I
Let me take that back. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people, a lot of teachers in the public school system in Rhode Island that care about the kids. So I take that back, but I'm sure there's plenty of them that don't care either. You know what I mean? They're just there for that lame ass check that they get, and that's it. They're underpaid. You
yeah,
know,
yeah, that's another thing.
hella underpaid.
Just like teachers, yeah.
Yeah. But go ahead, Muffet.
No. I think I answered as far as.
All right. So, all right. My next question now.
Yep.
Like I said, you don't got to answer this, but I like to get everybody's perspective on it.
It says,
Your
yeah.
your thoughts on the mayor? I don't know the mayor of. Well, I don't know the mayor, but
I
the
don't.
job you think they're doing, him or her, are they doing?
I'm not. I'm gonna be frank with you, bro. I'm very neutral in politics. I don't really know who the mayor is and the job that they're doing.
Do you see a change in your community?
Okay. I would have to really
I
think.
should have. Yeah, I should have just said it like.
Um, as far as maybe I'm trying to think about, because I actually, believe it or not, I sometimes I do watch the news. I really do. I used to watch it like daily last year, and I'm not gonna lie, I maybe haven't watched it. I just haven't noticed it. Maybe a little less violence. Maybe a little less violence. They're really working on the roads. They're trying to make it a little more efficient for people traveling. Um, Small business love.
Do you see a lot? Do you notice a lot of police presence in certain areas?
Well, hey man, listen. I live in Cranston, so as a black man amongst the whites, yeah,
Oh yeah, it's different over there. Okay, that's good.
yeah, they
Yeah, I
they
live in Cranston.
every, every night.
Peace more. Blessings to you, wandering prophet. Blessings to you.
Blessings.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Good. Hey, I don't even know who the mayor is, but I just like to get people's perspective on it. Some people don't like to answer. Some people answer. You know
Can
what
I
I'm saying?
can I ask
Go
you
ahead.
can I ask you the same question? Do you notice any changes?
Well, I just got back. I just came back to Rhode Island, so I will. You have to ask me that. Ask me that like sometime next year.
Okay.
But I could answer for New York because I was, in the
Yeah.
Bronx for the last 6 years. Okay, in the Bronx, um, I got there in the Blasio regime, pre-COVID. Um, he was just trash. You know what I mean? He was trash. He was just, I don't think he was good at all. He
Mm,
didn't care. He cared about the wrong shit. The new mayor Adams, the new mayor,
yeah.
I feel like his intentions and his heart is in the right place, but he was worrying about shit that he shouldn't be worried about. You know what I mean? He was. I felt like instead of trying to sit there and take away the drill music or punish people for the bike, once you look at the women and that are being raped on oh damn, how did I say that? I'm not gonna be able to get this motherfucker. The women that are getting violated on the train.
Mm.
Put more police on the trains for that. Like there's women out there literally getting raped live.
That big out there? Is that something big out there?
What? Yeah. It was really bad in 21, 22. Um And yeah, I don't know. It's just to me, I feel like it's just in front of the cameras during the campaign run, it's all good and it sounds good. And then when it's all over, it's just usual fucking program.
Let me ask you. Ask you one. Can I ask you one question
Go ahead, go ahead.
about New York? So like, I feel like a lot of things in New York happen that shouldn't happen, but it's either turned a blind eye, or it's just not noticed. Do you think? Because there's a lot of overpopulated states because they're trending, like
Yeah.
Atlanta, Dallas, Houston, Colorado, as of now. Do you
Mm.
think New York could possibly be overpopulated, the but the fact that they make so much money off of you guys is the reason that prices stay the same?
The mind you, what's up, people? Got mind you, New York City, the island is definitely overpopulated. Each borough, every borough is overpopulated. Every borough is overpopulated, bro. I mean, the island in the Manhattan is literally sinking, bro. I mean, they say like in sometime in the near future, bro, that shit's gonna be under the Hudson. I mean, um, I definitely feel like that the island, the whole city is definitely overpopulated.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, without a doubt, bro. Look at look at
But
the jet. Go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The prisons like Rikers Island and stuff, like it's so bad that they don't even got enough for bunk. There's literally people homeless in prison. How are you homeless in jail? Like that's wow.
That is crazy.
To be in jail is one thing, but to be homeless inside
You
while you locked up,
on the floor in jail, like
that's quick.
you serving a double sentence, current.
That's quick.
That's yeah. Shout out to the people going through that, man.
Oh man, that's quick. But all right. So what were we just talking about?
Youth and
Oh,
how
the okay. So all right, now we go. All right, so can you talk about a time when like maybe you experienced some sort of setback and like what kind of like what did you learn
man.
from that experience?
I mean, shit. How much time we got? I mean, yeesh, I got so many setbacks, but man.
Name one setback that like helped shape who you are today.
Oh yeah,
Because there's always that one.
yeah.
It's
So
always that one that'll really rip you and really humble you
I
and make you be like, okay, either you gonna lead your life this way and this is these are the end result, or you're gonna just do a complete 360 and boom, go this way and these are the end result. You know what
no,
I'm saying?
no, I know exactly what you mean. So I know the exact one that set it off. So when I was my 21st, my 21st birthday, my 20s, because I'm tell you right now, bro, I was an absolute nutcase in my 20s.
I agree. Listen, I, I totally understand. I was unconscious in
Yeah.
my ability.
Like so when I might, but there was some problem with my leg going on. So like every single time me and my boys we ride out certain shit like that, but my knee would always hurt. I would sit in the back seat and complain like, "Yo, my knee hurt," or whatever. So I think on my 21st birthday that night, I turned 21. I went to the hospital and it was like, "Yeah, you got a 17-inch tumor in your leg. You got bone cancer, so we're gonna have to remove that." And I was just like, "Oh shit." All right. Well,
That'll humble you.
that'll help me.
That'll pump your blood.
So I was like, and like in the life I was living, bro, and it's crazy. I always thought this to myself. I was like, damn, I can't say this out loud, but I really feel it. I feel like cancer saved my life because that's how wild I was going. That was a blessing that I needed. I mean, it's like I said, it kicked my ass. I almost lost my life. I had to go through a lot of things. I lost everything. I lost my car. I lost my job. I lost my money. I lost it all. But I shook back. I mean, I understood that, like, obviously, I gotta live a different life now. I gotta go harder. I'm in the same race to life, but I'm a slower turtle, or my start time is different. So now that my start time is different, we still going to the same path. I just gotta run faster now. So it's just like I understood that. Super setbacks. I get lost the car, everything. So it's just like that really shaped me, and I was just and I had a bad attitude the whole time. They gave me like they didn't think I was gonna make it. They gave me the Tomorrow Fund treatment. I was part of the Make a Wish Foundation, all this thing, man. And
Oh,
yeah,
when they hit you with that Make a Wish, you know it's over. Huh?
I just, I kept it real. I said, yo, give me a couple thousand. Let me go on a shopping spree. I brought all my niggas who stayed with me while do my shit, and we went shopping, we balled out. And I just kept it real, and obviously they didn't treat me no different. Obviously after my surgery, bringing me to physical therapy and all this shit. So, it just humbled me. And then I'm going to doctor's appointments. And I'm in a button up because I'm working in the office. I'm like, hey, listen, let's go ahead and take this tomorrow out so I can get back to work. I got shit to do. I'm trying to make this money. You know what I'm saying? I got chicks that said they were gonna chill with me. I'm just young doing dumb shit. And then I'm going back and forth to the doctors, and I'm seeing these little kids. They're on stage 3. They're bald. I didn't even have to do chemo. They're wired. They're not gonna make it. So that humbled me too. I got a bad attitude, but I'm getting out of here. I'm here to I'm alive to talk the story. So that I think that set the tone to the why I kind of talk and act the way. It's like, damn man, you gotta lose your life, respect life.
So that definitely was like that I don't want to say rude awakening, but like it definitely humbled you. That was your belt to ass moment, right?
Correct. Yep.
Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I needed it.
Definitely. Yeah. What's your advice, right, for others, your age and definitely the youth that's like in your situation that's currently in your old situation. You know what I mean? In and out the street, fighting cases, but they have the mindset like you did, like you were saying earlier. Even though when you was in the street, you was the one with the brains, you had the smarts. You know what I mean? You was out there, you could talk to the big people. Not too many people could do that. So what is your advice to those people that have the potential to do better, but they're just stuck in the streets, product of their environment?
Yeah. So you gotta surround yourself with positive people. You got to surround yourself with people like you. That means you got to get out of your comfort zone. I don't care. Listen, I'm talking to the youth right now. I don't care if you guys are uncomfortable. Uncomfortable fixes things. If you wanna a pearl, you got to get some sand in your clam, which means sand and a pearl equals that sand in the clam equals a pearl, which means you have to get down and dirty. You got to go in positions where you don't feel right at. You're gonna have to learn how to speak if you need it. We have all the information at our disposal. We are the first generation to have this shit. It's got to mean something because everybody has one thing they want to do. They want to get rich. They want to get famous. They want to have gravitas. They want to have people to confirm that is somebody walking in that room. That takes work. That takes time. That takes something that you're gonna have to like, hey, I'm so and so. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I really admire this. I kind of want to do it. They'll respect you for it. Even if they say no, at least you know how to do your first approach. And you go back and do your second approach. And like I said, if you're a dude who's in the hood, you're in the streets, and you got there's things on your name, work. If you're a single dude, 21 and up, you should be working 60 plus hours a week. There's no excuse. Women will always be there. They'll be there when you're broke. They'll be there when you get money. Everything else will always be there. So the advice I gotta give is work, find different ways to work. There's always different. As long as you're an individual who has a work ethic and you have a goal, you have to have a goal because you can want to do something for so long, but on a rainy Tuesday, if your goal isn't set, you ain't going. And that first day will come into a second day, and then a week, and then you'll be a master of your own excuse. Nobody's even gotta ask you if you do it anymore. You already gave an excuse why you ain't. That comes quick. That especially when you're young and you're having fun and you got your smartphone and looking online, and everybody who's your age looks like they're having fun and they're spending money when
Right.
they're not. They're influencers. They're influencing you to either buy a product or to show you a lifestyle that either you can't afford or that you really want to see if you can try to afford. So it's just like you got to lock in. You got to figure out who you want to be like. We all want to be. We all want to be. But I know everybody's like, be your own individual. We're all different. But there's somebody that we all have. We know that we like. I kind of want to be that motherfucker. We all have it. You got to tell us, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like it takes certain steps to either be close, to just to be in that area, to be in that vicinity, and to be successful. So, like I said, you gotta get out your comfort zone. You gotta get out your comfort zone. You gotta, you gotta be able to be able to dress formal and feel comfortable. Go out in places where you go to a steakhouse. To go to a cigar lounge. You don't even have to smoke. Just go for a drink. Bring something. That doesn't have to be your phone. Bring like a book or something. Just be around men. As far as you got to be around successful men.
Yeah. It
Respect you.
goes back. It goes back to what we were saying. You are the company you keep.
Exactly.
Like you said, you want to find out what a person's like, what the character's like. Go see their friends, who
Mm-hmm.
they hang around with.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This is why, like, I love being in my circles, man. I have a few circles, right? But it's tight. You know what I mean? Um, I'm not the smartest, and I'm not the one with the most money.
Me
You know
neither.
what I'm saying? You feel me?
Me
and that's the way to go, because it's always gonna make you want to do more and keep you on your toes. You know what I'm saying? Um, I got a couple more questions, and we're gonna end it off.
neither. Thank you, bro. Hey, bro, appreciate you again. I just want to say that.
Nah, no doubt, man. And you know what? You need to really do your
Everybody,
channel. You
get
need to do your channel. Like
that.
you out here, you wilding, you bullshitting. You know what I mean? Stop playing.
Uh,
Stop playing. But my next question, right? Who are the three people who have been most influential to you in your life?
yeah. Um. Damn. Steve. Shit. I gotta say, my older brother, rest in peace. He passed away earlier this year. Um, Taught me a lot about it. He taught me. He's the reason why people like me today. I'm not gonna lie. That's how much he taught me. He taught me about life. Taught me how to be a man. He taught me how to go through things. He taught me how to see life how it is, in the situation that I'm in, the family that I'm in. He talked to me like a drill sergeant, and I wanted him to be my big brother, lovey, cuddly, and it just wasn't that. But then when I got older, it was like, thank you for not being what I wanted you to be and being what you needed to be, and that shaped me. Um, Second person would be my mother. This lady was rest in peace, Ma Dukes. Died 3 years ago. COVID got her. Strong black woman. Had 6 kids. Listen, they went to Chad. Man, she pulled a gun on all her baby daddies for these kids. Man, beat my dad's ass for me just because my dad said she. This woman was one of those Southern women you could not say nothing about her kids. Her and Big Mama, my great grandma and things like that. So I looked up to her because the way she changed her life for her kids and understood like life is about people and God and taught me I think taught me the principle about life. And that's why I made it a little easier to maneuver, even though I did my screw ups and I fucked up and I screwed up some people's lives and I screwed up my life in certain ways too. I always knew right from wrong because of her. So that's another one. And the third one, uh, whew, third one, I don't know, it's a tough one. I would have to say that one of the uh, brothers from the ministry, my congregation, his name's France DeBras. Just pretty much was like a father figure to me. Just kind of just helped me out when I was just wilding. Made sense of things I couldn't make sense of. Told me about that wise example from smart to wise. Um, so, yeah, those are my three right there.
That's what's up, man. And then, before we end it off, like I said, I always like to get the older cats, you know what I mean, perspective on this. What are your thoughts on drill and the impact? I mean, the negative and fatal effect that it has on some of the youth all over the world.
All right, so this is a little biased on drill. I'm gonna be honest with you, a little biased. Me personally, I'm not big on drill. I'm not at all. It's a different, different way of art. Music goes, different way of music. Um, I don't like how it kind of took over a lot of things. But the fact that what it's stemming from is just pure, just chaos, violence, gang. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't. It doesn't seem like anybody doing drill is just like doing it. Obviously to, but it's just like it's creating a more. It's a, it's creating a culture that's appealing to the cops, and that's like the one thing as a rapper, as a musician, as anybody, you don't want to. Because if you appeal to the cops, you are now on their radar for things that you wouldn't have to be on their radar for. But now, because of that music that you make, you are now looked at. It's just like it's almost like being black all over. And I'm not gonna take it that deep. I'm not gonna take it that deep. I apologize. I
No, it's all good. It's all good.
don't. But
No,
it's
because it's mainly I'm talking about more. I should have been more specific. I'm talking about more in like the distant of the deads, like that. You know, I'm not condemning drill because I listen to drill. Like it's a double edged sword. Like it's
it's
some
fun.
of it sounds good, and and then I feel guilty about it. Like I mean, it's sad, but it's art. You know,
Well,
it's
so
art, and this is how some of them youngsters is getting their families out of the hood and providing for theirs and creating wealth for their family. But
why do you feel
it's
guilty for
huh?
that? Why do you feel guilty?
Because it's some of it that I feel like I'd be like, damn, that's hard. And I listen to it, you know. Some of them they talking about dead kids. You know what I mean?
No,
That's what makes that's what I mean. It's like that could be my kid. Somebody else listening to and liking it. You know what I mean? And then they feel guilty. Like you know what I mean? Or
that's true. Just imagine losing your kid to violence. Remember that? Remember that? Like the kid.
I'm going crazy.
Think about that.
You know what I mean?
Think about think about you remember the mother? I remember the kid who went famous, the 17-year-old who died in that shop, who wanted to be a police officer. The
No.
one no, he's famous. Remember, he's like a little boy, Santos or something, and he went viral because like they killed him they thought he was somebody else, and they killed him in New York, and
Ah,
damn, it's like damn. Anyway, but I was just like, imagine,
densely populated.
yeah, I was just like, imagine, Wonder and Prophet, what's good, brother? Yeah, I was just like telling us, just imagine you lost your son, who was an aspiring, who wanted to be a cop, and he was a good kid, and he was killed in gang violence because they was mistaken for somebody else, and now all you hear is music like this. As a mother, I was like, I couldn't even fathom.
Yeah.
So it's
Like
like,
imagine how not to cut you off,
no, go ahead.
how Tuka's mother must feel. Like
Oh,
her son is forever gonna be mocked, and all the countless names you hear in songs. And I think about the mothers, bro. Like every
exactly.
time I hear that, and I mean, it's just like, damn, the mothers hearing that, and there's people getting rich and money and getting out of the hood by marketing. Like just like, what are you? That's just wicked energy, bro.
It's
It's just wicked. That's wicked. The tongue is a powerful thing, man.
the most.
Spells, man. Spells. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got people got to pay attention, man. Gotta
Very.
pay attention. I feel like, you should come with your own channel, bro. Like, you are tripping.
I know. I think I figured out. Like I said, with that message that we were talking about, I think I figured out what kind of content I want to provide.
Yeah, man. What?
But I'm more excited on us collabing, man. I think that'll
Oh,
be.
yeah. Listen, whenever, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually going to be doing some things on, because I'm going to get back in the swing of things. I've just been sick and all that. But I usually, when I don't interview people, I do my regular nightcap and I just do like topics on mental health. I do research on there or drug abuse or relationships or something like, I mean, something that I feel like should be pushed more on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll talk about current events sometimes if it's worthy of me or if I feel like I need to put belt to ass to shit. You know what I mean? But other than that, my shit is this. It's boring over here. I'm like a Barnes and Noble, but I love Barnes and Noble.
Hey
You know
man,
what I'm saying?
it's
It's
like
chilling over here. You know what I mean? Sooner or later, it's gonna hit though.
mm,
You know what I mean? Um,
proud of you, bro. Hey man, listen. If no one's told you recently, man, I'm proud of you.
my girl tells me all the time, but thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much.
Nah, straight up, man. Nah, for real. Because it's like it's easier to do what everybody else is doing.
Oh hell yeah!
You know what?
It's
You know what? You know what integrity? You know what integrity is? Let me tell you what integrity is. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one's looking. That's
facts.
that's what you have, man. You have integrity.
Yeah.
No
No,
one.
I'm saying when nobody's looking at it, this is yeah, man. This is why I know it's gonna hit for me sooner or later because like I always say this when I'm taking L's, I'm like, yo, I'm a good dude. Like I'm not a piece of shit. Like I'm good even when nobody's paying attention. So it's gonna happen for me. You know what I mean? I just gotta wait my turn. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Just perfect your craft,
Yeah,
and you'll be
it's
good
gonna
to.
happen. Well, let people know where they can find you, bro.
Yeah.
Uh,
At
Hold
a.
on, hold on. Wait, Wondering Prophet. Oh, thank you for tuning in, Wondering Prophet too, man. I'm gonna subscribe and hit that bell to your channel as well. Hopefully, you did to mine. Yeah, Wondering Prophet. What are your thoughts? Don't you feel like this brother right here should start his channel, man?
Nah, he said, "I'm yo. Listen, that's been my dog since we was like in grade school.
Oh, damn. So he's already gonna
Yeah, he
come on.
knows me from deep. You know, every single time I'm on live, every podcast, everything that I do, you know, he's right there. So that's my brother, man.
Oh, that's what's up. See, that's good to have people like that, man. People that are, especially people that you grew up with, man, because like not everybody gets that luxury. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly, bro. And we all come from different
I
backgrounds.
always see that shit in the movies, man.
Yeah, exactly. And think
I'm,
about everybody. One more thing too. A lot of people don't be afraid to make new friends, and I mean like make friends. Like it don't have to be. I'm sorry, I'm not friends. Don't be afraid to make new acquaintances and connections because
networking, man.
that is when you get older, you get two options. You get the family that you were born in, and then you get the family that you choose. So it's like geography in the school you went to is going to bring you a certain amount of friends. But once you go up in life and you start taking over and you start becoming a man, you start becoming, competitive, successful and intelligent, and you start needing these connections. That's when you go ahead and branch out and you use the connections because we all listen. Everybody's on this earth to be used. We're all used for certain things. I know some people's not gonna like that word used, but we're
Yeah.
all useful for everything. But you just have to channel it so it works for you and it works for the purpose that you want it to be useful for.
Right. Definitely, man. Well, people, this has been Nightcap with Friends, man. Uh, Another dope interview, man. Uh, Proud of you, man. Keep doing your thing, man. Like I said earlier, man. You could easily been out there causing pain and just going crazy out there, acting like a nut, and using your situation of losing your mom and your brother as a crutch to justify you causing pain out here in these streets. It's so easy for you to do that. It's so easy to do that. It's what you're doing now. Like I fucking commend the shit out of you. Like I salute you because like I'm 38 years old with a gang of kids, bro. I don't know how I would conduct myself if I lost my mother. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being real.
Mm-hmm.
So to see you and you're way younger than me, bro.
Appreciate
Damn, bro. I'm not too proud to admit that. Like, I don't know.
it. And
I
listen,
don't know if I could stay fucking together. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I give you that. So start your channel, bro.
appreciate you, man. We're gonna catch up. We're gonna link up soon, man. We're gonna do this in person. I got some gas for you. I was waiting. I was waiting to light one, but you know what I'm
Oh, you could have lit it right there.
saying? Listen, bro. I got some cat. Listen, we gonna lock in, bro.
We gonna lock in. We gonna text.
All right.
All
All
right, brother.
right. Hit that bell.
Hit
Subscribe.
that bell. All right, bro.
All right, brother, man.
All right, people, man. Subscribe, hit that bell, man. It's your boy. I'm him, Giovanni, man. Nightcap with Friends, powered by Smoking Politic with me. Um, Remember, people, to love yourself first. Always love yourself first, so that way you can love others accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Separate yourself from those that don't deserve your energy, and that includes family. I cannot stress that enough, man. Life is too short for the bullshit. We don't get to respawn when this shit is over with. You know what I'm saying? Blessings. Tune in tomorrow night, man.